Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're tackling something really fundamental. What separates a brand that sells from one that just exists?
It's a huge question. I mean, think about it. We're bombarded daily. How many brand messages? Some say close to 10,000.
10,000. So just having a great product, that's clearly not enough anymore, is it?
Not even close. It's just the table stakes, really.
Yeah.
Having something good doesn't mean anyone will notice you in all that noise.
Right. We all know those businesses, don't we? Amazing offering, but they just stay hidden, invisible, forgettable.
Exactly. And that's the core problem we're digging into. It's usually not about the quality. It's about, well, lacking that strong magnetic brand identity. That's what makes the difference.
That's the differentiator.
Yeah. So for you listening, think of this as a bit of a shortcut. We're trying to unpack why some brands just pull customers in, build that incredible loyalty.
While others just sort of blend into the background, even if they sell similar stuff.
And branding, it's so much more than, the visual stuff, the logo, the colors. That's just one part.
People often treat it like decoration, something you tack on at the end.
Right. But it's fundamental. It's how your audience perceives you.
Yes.
It's that mental shortcut they have to understanding your value instantly.
So a really well-developed brand, it's basically your hardest working salesperson.
Absolutely. Works 24/7. It draws in the right clients, builds trust before you even talk to them, and importantly, it lets you justify premium pricing. It gives you that confidence.
And this isn't just for the massive corporations, is it? It's easy to think, oh, branding, that's for Nike or Apple.
Not at all. Actually, I'd argue smaller businesses, even solopreneurs, have the biggest opportunity here. They can leverage authenticity, make those real connections.
That makes sense, because a brand that sells, it does so by clearly communicating its unique value consistently.
That's the goal. So today, we want to give you practical, proven ways to build a brand that genuinely resonates, that connects, and, well, sells.
Okay, so we're aiming for a clear roadmap then. Something that helps build a brand that doesn't just exist but actually performs, drives real growth.
Exactly. And the starting point, the absolute foundation for all of this, it has to be establishing a crystal clear brand core.
You can't possibly cut through those 10,000 messages without it.
No way. That core, your mission, your purpose, your values, your positioning, it's non-negotiable. It's everything.
And there's data to back this up too, right? I think I saw something like 64% of consumers choose brands based on shared values.
That's right. When people connect with that fundamental why behind your brand, they feel that consistency. And that consistency, that's what builds loyalty. That's what creates advocates.
It's like the brand's DNA or its operating system. It influences everything else.
Totally. Your visuals, your voice, where you show up, who buys from you, it all stems from that core.
Right.
Without it, even the slickest marketing campaign will fall flat eventually. No lasting connection.
Okay, so let's break down that core. What are the essential building blocks we need to get right?
There are 3 key pieces we'll cover first. Defining your mission and purpose, clarifying your values and personality, and crafting your unique positioning. Get these right, and everything else follows.
All right, let's start with mission and purpose. Are they the same thing?
Good question. Often used interchangeably, but they're distinct. Your mission is the what. It's what you do day to day. The tangible activities, the problems you solve right now.
Okay, the what and purpose.
Purpose is the why. Why does your business exist beyond making money? What's the bigger change you want to see in the world? The impact you're aiming for.
So mission is the daily grind. Purpose is the bigger picture dream.
Kind of, yeah. And when you have both clearly defined, they become powerful guides. They direct your strategy, but they also attract the right people, customers, employees who resonate with that why.
They act like filters.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So how do you define them? You need to ask some tough questions.
It's like what?
Start with, what specific problem do you solve? Really specific. Who benefits most directly? And think about this, what would actually disappear if your business vanished tomorrow?
Ooh, that's a good one. Makes you think.
It does. And then zoom out. What larger change are you contributing to? What drives you beyond the bottom line? What gets you fired up?
Okay, so after reflecting on those,
Try to boil it down. Draft a concise mission statement, what you do, and a separate purpose statement, why it matters. Keep it simple. No jargon. Focus on the difference you make.
can you give an example?
Sure. Think of graphic designer. Their mission might start as just provide design services. Pretty generic, right?
Yeah, very broad.
But what if they refine it to, say, designing accessible websites for small charities? Suddenly it's much clearer. It focuses their work and attracts specific clients who value that expertise.
That makes a huge difference. Are there common mistakes people make here?
Definitely. One is mission creep, trying to be everything to everyone, diluting your focus.
Spreading yourself too thin.
Exactly. Another is using vague corporate speak that sounds nice but means nothing. And a big one, if your own team can't articulate the mission simply, you've got a problem.
It needs to be clear enough to guide internally and attract externally.
Precisely. Specific enough to attract, clear enough to guide.
Okay, mission and purpose sorted. What's next in building that core?
Next up, clarifying your brand values and personality. If mission and purpose are the heart, values are the character.
The character, so how the brand behaves.
Exactly. Strong brands usually operate with, say, 3 to 5 core values. And these aren't just words on a poster. They should be active filters for decisions. They shape your culture.
And that culture, those values, they directly influence the brand's personality, right? How it sounds, how it acts, how it makes people feel.
Absolutely. The process often starts broad. Brainstorm maybe 15, 20 potential values. Then get ruthless. Whittle it down to the crucial 3-5, your non-negotiables.
And everyone on the team needs to buy into these.
Critically important. They need to understand them and connect with them personally, because these values show up in every interaction.
But just listing values like integrity or innovation isn't enough, is it? How do you make them real?
Great point. You have to translate the abstract value into observable behaviors and even content themes. Let's take an example. Value, transparency,
Okay.
observable behavior, sharing your pricing openly on your website, customer feeling, respected, no hidden costs.
Makes sense. What
Yeah.
about another one, like creativity?
Okay, value, creativity, behavior, consistently presenting clients with multiple innovative solutions, customer feeling, they receive customized, cutting-edge work.
Or accessibility.
Value, accessibility,
What's that?
behavior, offering sliding scale payment options, customer feeling, included, valued regardless of budget. See how it connects?
Yeah, it brings the value to life. And these values shape the brand voice, too.
Heavily. It helps to pick maybe 3 key descriptive words for your tone, like are you bold, warm, expert, playful. That guides all communication, emails, social posts, everything. Consistency builds trust.
But the key is living the values, not just stating them.
Absolutely critical. Think about 2 coffee shops. Both list community as a value. Shop A hosts local events. Staff know regulars by name, sources locally.
Okay.
Shop B just has it written on their website, but operates like any big chain. Customers feel the difference. They know which one is genuine.
I gravitate to the one that walks the talk.
Exactly.
All right, so you've got mission, purpose, values, the third piece of the core.
Crafting your unique positioning statement. This is your strategic elevator pitch. It answers that crucial question. Why choose you?
Over all the other options out there.
Precisely. And a good positioning statement doesn't just guide marketing. It can even guide product development. It's that foundational.
Is there a template or structure people can use?
Yeah, a really helpful one is, for your target audience, we are the type of offering that key benefit because core reason differentiator.
Okay, for audience, we are the offering that benefit because reason forces clarity.
Totally. Who you serve, what you offer, and crucially, what makes you unique, keeps you focused.
So how do you find that unique space?
It involves a few steps. First, identify your main competitors. Second, analyze them. Who do they target? What benefits do they shout about? What's their vibe, their personality?
And third,
Look for the gaps. Where are the unmet needs? Which customers are being ignored? What problems aren't being solved well? That's where your opportunity lies.
and you need proof, right? You can't just claim things.
Absolutely. The strongest positioning statements are backed by concrete proof. Data on results, powerful customer testimonials, maybe a proprietary method or tech you use. Something tangible.
Let's take that music app example again.
Right. Ep.1 just sells songs, like many others. Ep.2 focuses on personalized playlists and social sharing features.
It's addressing a different need, discovery, and connection.
Exactly. That second app found a unique position by solving a job the first app ignored. It carves out its own space.
So once you have a draft positioning statement, how do you know if it's any good? Test it. Ask yourself, is it crystal clear, especially to someone outside your bubble? Does it address a real pain point or desire your audience actually cares about? And crucially, can you prove the claims you're making?
Maybe even test it on actual customers.
Best way. If they get it instantly and it resonates, you're on to something. If they shrug or look confused, back to the drawing board.
Yeah, and always link back to that proof. Data, testimonials, unique methods.
Essential. Otherwise, it's just empty marketing speak.
Okay, so mission and purpose providing the why and what, values shaping the character, and positioning defining your unique space. That's the magnetic brand core.
That's the foundation.
Mm.
And next, we need to talk about how you bring that core to life so people can actually see it and hear it.
Right, looking the part. Because first impressions matter hugely. Remember that cafe example? Great coffee wasn't enough. It was the visual revamp, the consistent look and feel that doubled foot traffic.
And that research about first impressions forming in milliseconds, 50 milliseconds. Design plays a massive role there.
It absolutely does. Your visuals, your sound, they communicate your values and positioning way before someone buys anything.
So let's talk visual identity. It's about translating that core into something recognizable.
Precisely. It's a system. And every element, especially color, has a big impact. Research shows color boosts brand recognition by up to 80%.
80%. And it influences purchase decisions, too.
Hugely. Like over 90% of purchase decisions can be influenced by color. So you need colors that align with your personality, evoke the right feeling, and stand out from competitors.
And accessibility is important here, too, right? Making sure people can actually read things.
Critical. Aim for WCAG AA compliance. That means enough contrast between text and background colors, basically. A 4.5.1 ratio for normal text, 3.1 for large text. Makes it readable for everyone.
We have those common color associations, too, don't we? Like blue for trust.
Yeah, blue often signals trust, stability. LinkedIn, Amex, green for growth, Nature Starbucks, Whole Foods.
Red for energy, passion Coke, Netflix.
Purple for creativity, luxury Hallmark, Yahoo. Yellow for optimism, warmth McDonald's, IKEA. General guides, but useful starting points.
But it's more than just color, isn't it? What else makes up the visual system?
Oh, absolutely. You need logo variations, a full word mark, maybe a smaller icon, versions for light and dark backgrounds.
Typography, too. Fonts.
Yes. Crucial for hierarchy and readability. Usually a primary font for headlines, a secondary readable font for body text, maybe 2 or 3 font families max. Clear sizes for headings, subheadings, body text.
And the style of images you use.
Your imagery style, photos, illustrations. A mood board helps define this bright and friendly. Sophisticated. It needs to match your personality, plus consistent icons.
So it's a whole package. Logo versions, colors, fonts, image style, icons, layout principles.
Even examples of how to apply it all across different things, website, social media, print, and always, always check back. Does this align with our mission, values, and positioning?
Okay, visuals make the first impression. But what builds the relationship over time?
That's where brand voice comes in. Consistency here builds trust too, maybe a 10% increase according to some studies. And it holds attention, around 20% more.
So voice is translating values into how you communicate.
Exactly. If visuals are the look, voice is the sound and feel. It should be recognizable everywhere. Website copy, social posts, customer service emails. Some brands even use audio branding sonic logos.
Like the Intel sound.
Precisely. Another layer of recognition.
How do you define that voice?
Start by mapping your core values to voice characteristics. Value, expertise, voice. Authoritative but not condescending. Value, approachability, voice. Conversational but professional.
And then get more specific with writing principles.
Yeah, create a voice pillars matrix. Value, transparency, principle. Explain complex things simply. Value, innovation, principle. Use fresh language, avoid cliches. Value, community, principle. Use inclusive language. We, our.
Makes sense. And the tone might shift slightly depending on the situation.
Right. Create a voice chart.
Sure.
Your tone in a sales email, enthusiastic, persuasive, will differ from an error message, empathetic, helpful, or a blog post, informative, engaging. But the core personality remains consistent.
So a full voice guide would include
Voice pillars with examples, do's and don'ts for words, phrases, grammar style, maybe humor guidelines, how tone adapts by channel, sample paragraphs.
And when actually writing, things to focus on.
Use active voice. Be specific, not vague. Address the customer as you. Vary sentence length for rhythm.
Okay, we've defined the core, crafted the look and the voice. Now, consistency across everything.
Absolutely critical. Consistency builds trust, and trust often leads directly to revenue increases. But it requires systems.
Systems like what?
Establish clear governance. Assign a brand steward responsible for upholding guidelines. Create a central place for all assets, logos, colors, voice guides. And schedule regular audits.
Audits to catch inconsistencies.
Exactly. Find where things might have drifted off-brand. That B2B software example is great. They implemented a cycle. Create, document, train, audit, update. Their recognition went up 46%, satisfaction up 18%.
Wow. Just from being consistent.
It makes a huge difference. And the style guide needs to be a living document, A PDF, Google Doc, Notion page, easily accessible to everyone creating anything
So
customer-facing.
regularly review everything. Websites, social emails, packaging.
Everything. Sales materials, internal docs, customer service scripts. Ask. Does it align visually? Does it sound like us? Is it recognizable even without the logo?
Consistency doesn't mean being totally rigid, though, right? Brands evolve.
Good point. Update guidelines thoughtfully. Use version control. Maybe review quarterly. The core should remain, but allow for adaptation.
So a good practical step is to document current assets and guidelines, spot inconsistencies, and maybe pick 3 things to improve right away.
Perfect first step. Get a baseline and find those immediate opportunities for better alignment.
Okay, so we have the core, the look, the voice, and we're keeping it consistent. Now, we need to make sure we're talking to the right people.
Absolutely crucial. You can have the best brand identity in the world, but if it's not resonating with the right audience, it won't sell. Relevance is key for conversion.
It's about connecting with specific needs, not trying to be everything to everyone.
Exactly. That old saying, the riches are in the niches, holds so much truth. Once you have your core brand defined, you need to pinpoint who benefits most from your unique positioning.
And understanding that audience means looking beyond just demographics, right?
Definitely. Demographics, age, location, income tell you who they are on the surface. But psychographics, their values, attitudes, aspirations, lifestyles, tell you why they might buy.
And then there's the behavioral side, especially that jobs to be done idea.
Yes, JTBD. This shifts focus from who they are to what they're trying to accomplish when they use your product or service. What job are they hiring it to do?
So demographics is who, psychographics is why, JTBD is what progress are they trying to make.
Nicely put. You might have urban professionals, 35, 45, income over 75K, demographics. They might value sustainability and community, fear missing out, psychographics. But their job might be, help me eat healthy without the hassle, JTBD.
To get that deep understanding, you need to probe further.
Oh, yeah. What are the real pain points? What are their aspirations? Where do their values conflict? Who influences their decisions? It's about getting truly human insights.
That fitness studio example was good. They went beyond age and gender.
Right. They found different motivations. Accountability, social connection, performance tracking. By tailoring classes and communication to those specific jobs, their retention shot up. Same core brand, but nuanced delivery.
And that JTBD framework, it can cut across demographics.
Often does. It focuses on the situation and the desired outcome. The progress someone wants to make. It has functional aspects, but also emotional and social ones, feeling confident being seen a certain way.
So very different people might hire the same product for the same job.
Exactly. Like the student and the executive, both using a meal delivery service for the job of eating healthy without the effort. Their lives are different, but the underlying need is the same.
How do you uncover these jobs?
Field research. In-depth interviews focusing on why they made a choice. Social listening. What problems are they discussing online? Polls asking about the primary benefits they seek.
Okay, so once you really know your audience segments and their jobs, then you tailor the message.
Precisely. You translate your core positioning into messaging that resonates with each segment's specific needs and motivations. But, and this is key, without changing your core brand voice.
It's not about being a different brand for different people, but highlighting different facets of your value.
Exactly. Start with your core story. Then, for each segment, emphasize the benefits they care most about, using proof points they find compelling.
Like that productivity app example.
Yeah.
They shifted from just feature.
Yeah, from AI increases productivity by 27%, which is okay, but dry.
To something more emotional.
Right. To stop feeling overwhelmed. Finish your workday by 5 p.m., even on Mondays. It hits the emotional pain point, overwhelm, and the desired outcome, work-life balance, directly. That was the real job.
And messaging needs to adapt across the buyer's journey too. Awareness, consideration, decision, loyalty.
Absolutely. You need different types of messages for each phase.
Awareness is about
Making them realize they have a problem or need. Triggering emotion. Aspirational stories, surprising stats work well here.
consideration.
Introducing your unique solution. Why you're different. Case studies, comparisons, testimonials build trust here.
Decision.
Giving them concrete reasons to choose you. Specific benefits, ROI calculations, clear pricing. Overcoming that final hesitation.
And loyalty.
Reinforcing their choice. Building the relationship. Exclusive insights community, turning customers into advocates.
That niche beauty brand example illustrated this well.
Yeah. Awareness, user content on skin confidence issues. Consideration, science-backed ingredients. decision, before-afters, testimonials, guarantees, loyalty, insider community, early access. It maps perfectly.
It guides them through, meeting them where they are.
And that strategic mapping makes a massive difference to conversion and lifetime value.
So much of this seems to come down to emotion, not just logic.
Hugely.
Yeah.
Most purchase decisions are emotional, happening in System 1 part of the brain. Brands that forge real emotional connections see much higher loyalty and lifetime value.
But it has to be authentic, right? Not manipulative.
Absolutely. It should stem from your core values and resonate with your audience's genuine needs and aspirations, not exploiting vulnerabilities.
What are some common emotional triggers brands can tap into?
Well, there's the longing, the need to connect. Brands foster this through communities, shared hashtags, achievement, the desire for progress. Brands help with tracking tools, celebrating milestones. The need for stability. Brands offer guarantees, transparency, reliability, and autonomy, the desire for control, freedom. Brands provide customization, empowerment through knowledge.
And rituals can build these connections too.
Yes, rituals create strong bonds, like that skincare unboxing example. It became a shared experience, satisfying functional needs and the emotional need for belonging to an aesthetic community that drove huge organic growth for them.
And staying relevant means constantly listening. Feedback loops.
Essential. Your audience evolves. You need regular conversations, social monitoring, data analysis. It's not static. Quarterly reviews of insights help keep your messaging and emotional connections sharp.
So when you speak to the right people, with messages hitting their needs and emotions, it feels less like pushing, more like pulling.
Exactly. It creates that magnetism. It draws your ideal customers in naturally.
Okay, so we know who we're talking to, what moves them, and we have the core messages. Now we need a system to deliver them effectively.
Right. A systematic approach, delivering the right message at the right time. You need to map it across the buyer's journey, the emotional triggers, and your proof points.
It's like deepening the conversation over time.
Precisely. Awareness stage. Maybe stats about a common problem? Consideration. Case studies showing your solution works.
Decision stage. Clear ROI, benefits specific to them, loyalty, insider content, community building.
Each step builds on the last, moving them closer.
And each message should aim to trigger a specific emotion while staying true to the brand voice.
Exactly. Maybe a sustainability brand triggers achievement, making a difference, and belonging, joining a community simultaneously.
So the message architecture connects journey stage, target emotion, key message, and the proof point.
That's the framework. And importantly, build these messages and proof points into your brand voice guidelines so everyone on the team knows how to communicate effectively at each stage.
And when those messages align with your brand purpose and the audience's emotions,
that's when you create those lasting connections. You turn customers into genuine advocates.
All right, we've defined the brand, crafted its look and voice, connected with the right audience. Now, we need to show up where it counts.
Strategic visibility. It's not about being everywhere, but being purposefully present where your audience already gathers.
There's a difference between multi-channel and omni-channel, isn't there?
Big difference. Multi-channel is just existing on different platforms. Omni-channel is creating a seamless, joined-up story across them. The experience feels connected, consistent.
How do you choose the right platforms?
Look through 3 lenses. 1, audience habits. Where do they really spend time online? What's their mindset there? Check your JTBD profiles. 2, brand personality fit. Does the platform style complement your voice? A formal brand might struggle on TikTok. A playful one might thrive.
And 3, resource reality. Can you consistently create quality content and engage there, given your team and budget? An abandoned channel hosts more than helps.
Exactly. It's often better to start narrow and deep. Master 1 or 2 key channels where your audience is concentrated before expanding. Concentrate your resources.
Makes sense. And different platforms have different moods, right? Instagram is visual discovery.
Right. Great for stories, images, video. Engagement rate is key. LinkedIn is more professional, educational. Thought leadership, case studies work well. Lead gen might be the KPI.
Email is more intentional. Problem solving.
Yeah. Good for value, offers. Conversion rates matter. Podcasts build deeper relationships, expertise, subscribers, listenership. YouTube for learning, entertainment tutorials, demos, watch time, retention.
And the effort varies too. Some need constant updates.
Definitely. Instagram, TikTok often demand more frequent content than, say, a blog or podcast. You need a mix of owned, earned, and paid media too.
Owned is what you control: website, email list. Earned is others talking about you, reviews, shares. Paid is advertising.
Correct. Early on, maybe focus 70% on owned, 20% on earned, great content, PR, 10% on targeted paid ads to kickstart things. Then adjust as you grow.
Like that cycling apparel brand example. They focus.
Exactly. Started strong on Instagram and email, building loyalty there first. Then they added a podcast. Disciplined focus led to higher engagement than competitors who spread themselves thin.
So once you've chosen your channels, you need content. We talked about content pillars, those 3-5 themes connecting purpose to audience needs. How do you create content efficiently?
The core to micro model is fantastic for this. Makes it sustainable, less overwhelming.
Core to micro, how does that work?
You start by creating a substantial cornerstone piece of content, a deep dive, like a long article, detailed video, comprehensive guide, big podcast episode, something addressing a core audience job thoroughly.
Okay, the big rock. Then what?
Then you strategically break it down. Extract smaller, digestible assets from that core piece. Adapt the format and message for different platforms, but keep the core voice consistent.
So there's a process.
Yeah, about 6 steps. 1, pick a relevant content pillar. 2, create the core content. 3, identify key takeaways or segments. 4, adapt format and language for each channel. Crucial step. 5, schedule distribution strategically. 6, track performance and refine.
Like the B2B software company with the research report.
Perfect example. Core report became multiple blog posts, LinkedIn videos, social graphics, an email series, a webinar, maybe 20+ pieces from one source. Consistent message, maximize reach.
And templates are key for making this work efficiently and consistently.
Absolutely. Use tools like Canva or Adobe Express, or even just structured PowerPoint, Google Slides templates. Store your colors, fonts, layouts. Makes creating on-brand content much faster.
Same for voice. Templates with pre-written phrases, style guides.
Yes. Channel-specific guides that maintain the core tone but fit the platform. Turns your brand guidelines into practical, everyday tools for the whole team. Ensures consistency.
That marketing rule of 7 people need multiple exposures before acting. So consistency across channels speeds up trust building.
Hugely. When someone moves from your Instagram to your email to your website, it should feel like one continuous conversation with the same brand personality, just adapted to the context, not like 3 different companies.
And connecting online and offline helps too.
Definitely. QR codes on packaging linking to digital content. Post-purchase emails mentioning local events. Handwritten notes with online orders suggesting a social share. These seamless moments make the experience feel intentional, unified.
How do you measure if all this is actually working? Focus on outcomes, not just vanity metrics.
Crucial. Follower counts are nice, but do they lead to business? Track KPIs across the funnel, awareness, reach, impressions, traffic sources, engagement, comments, shares, time spent,
Conversion.
email opt-ins, trial signups, actual purchases, loyalty, repeat purchase rate, referrals, user-generated content, link channel activity to real business outcomes.
So you can see which channels are actually driving results.
Exactly. If Instagram drives email signups that convert, invest more there. If your podcast gets listeners but no action, maybe tweak the calls to action. Data-informed decisions.
And regular audits help keep things on track. Quarterly checks.
Yeah, use a checklist based on your guidelines. Visual consistency, message alignment, clear CTAs, catches disconnects between intended and actual experience.
So strategic presence, consistent valuable content, turns the brand into an active growth engine.
Precisely. You're meeting the audience where they are, solving their problems, guiding them through a seamless experience that builds recognition and deep trust.
Okay, we've built the foundation, the look, the voice. We're talking to the right people in the right places. Now, turning that trust into actual transactions, revenue.
This is where it all comes together. Bridging awareness to sales authentically without being cushy or off-brand.
It starts with confidence, right? People need to trust you before they buy.
Absolutely. Trust signals are subtle but powerful. They create an environment where buying feels natural, not forced.
What are some key trust builders?
Authority markers help certifications, awards, press mentions. Transparency is huge. Clear pricing, honest processes. Consistency, as we've said, and social proof is incredibly powerful.
Like online reviews?
Yes. Most people read them. They expect to see a decent star rating, often 4 stars or more, before even considering a business.
So sprinkle these trust signals everywhere.
Strategically, yes. Homepage, testimonials, press logos to encourage exploration, product pages, customer reviews alongside specs and images boost add to carts. Checkout. Security badges, guarantees reduce hesitation. Even post-purchase emails can reinforce trust.
That skincare brand adding reviews saw a big jump in checkouts.
Yeah, 26% increase. It wasn't just showing praise, it was transparency and social proof, aligning with their core values of honesty and quality.
And removing friction is important too. Hidden fees, complicated checkouts.
Big turnoffs, make pricing crystal clear, streamline checkout, fewer fields, intuitive flow, offer risk reversal, clear return policies, money-back guarantees show confidence in your offering.
And even the language in these transactional moments should reflect the brand.
Definitely. A premium brand might have a perfect fit promise, not just a return policy. Visuals too, payment badges, support links should use brand colors, fonts, consistency everywhere.
People rarely buy on the first visit, though. That stat about 68 touches.
Exactly. Nurturing is key. It's bridging that gap from initial curiosity to confident commitment by providing value along the way.
And nurture sequences should align content with the buyer journey stages.
Yes. Awareness stage. Is this relevant? Educational content, helpful tone, consideration. Can this solve my problem? Case studies, demos, decision. Is it worth it? Clear pricing, ROI comparisons, loyalty. What else can they offer? Insider tips, community, reinforcing the relationship.
Email is still king for nurturing, especially personalized email.
Often delivers the best results. A good nurture funnel welcomes personally, offers insights on the problem, provides proof, testimonials, highlights unique benefits, maybe adds gentle urgency. Each touch point should hit a job to be done or emotional driver.
Like that B2B software company's email sequence for trial users.
Great example. Tutorials addressing pain points, success stories relevant to the user, personalized usage tips based on their activity. Highly automated but felt personal. Resulted in a 32% conversion rate from trial to paid.
Wow. And the key is maintaining the brand voice, even in automated messages.
Critical. Even password resets should subtly reflect your personality. Sometimes that unexpected touch in a functional message really resonates. And review these sequences regularly, quarterly, to keep them fresh and effective.
So when the offer itself aligns perfectly with the values and the problem you've been talking about, conversion feels natural.
Exactly. It creates conversion momentum. The purchase feels like the logical next step, not a hard sell.
And the offer structure matters. Low-risk entry, hero offer, premium options.
Ideally, yes. Entry point, trial, consult, intro product lets them experience value. Hero offer solves the core problem. Premium continuity, subscription, membership deepens the relationship. And every offer must reflect your mission, values, positioning. If it doesn't fit the brand's essence, it doesn't belong.
And the post-purchase experience is vital for loyalty.
Just as important. Good onboarding for quick wins. Unexpected delight moments. Reinforcing personality, handwritten note, bonus resource. Timing review requests strategically when they're happy, and seeing results, not immediately after purchase.
That fitness studio adding a premium tier aligned with their community value.
Perfect example. It supported their core value, felt authentic, and increased customer lifetime value by 27%. When offers extend the brand promise, customers stick around and spend more.
So conversion isn't a separate step, but an outcome of the relationship.
Precisely. If credibility is strong, nurturing provides value, and offers align, transactions become the inevitable next step in that ongoing, mutually beneficial relationship.
That story about the small soap company becoming a national brand, it wasn't just good soap, was it?
Not at all. It was relentless brand consistency, actively using customer feedback, and continuous evolution. They built a brand flywheel.
A flywheel, like a self-reinforcing cycle.
Exactly. Where each positive action builds momentum for the next. All the elements we've discussed, core, expression, audience connection, visibility, conversion, they don't just sit there. They work together in a system.
So how do you take all these pieces and turn them into that self-sustaining growth engine?
That's the power of the brand growth flywheel concept. Unlike a funnel where people drop off, a flywheel generates compounding momentum. Each rotation makes it more efficient.
How does it break down? What are the stages?
Roughly 6 stages, mirroring what we've covered. 1. Brand core. Refining positioning. NPS, perception surveys. 2. Brand expression. Unified look, voice, recognition, design, adherence. 3. Audience. Deepening understanding. Engagement. Sentiment. 4. Visibility. Strategic presence. Share of voice, mentions. 5. Conversion. Trusted transactions. Conversion rates, VIC. 6. Advocacy. Turning customers into promoters. Referral rate. User-generated content.
And the key is that each stage feeds the next.
That's the magic. It connects the functional needs, the metrics, with the emotional needs, the customer experience.
Can you give an example? Core positioning provides functional clarity and emotional resonance.
Right. Consistent expression builds awareness and trust. Understanding the audience allows relevant content and a feeling of belonging. Visibility creates awareness and anticipation. Smooth conversion delivers value and satisfaction. Advocacy builds community and pride.
And digital tools can help speed this up, provide leading indicators.
Yeah, tools like social listening platforms give real-time perception insights. Analytics dashboards track KPIs constantly. They help you spot trends, friction points, and adjust before problems hit the bottom line.
Like that coffee brand's quarterly cycle, reviewing positioning, refreshing designs, listening to baristas, analyzing data, refining ordering, running community programs.
Exactly. That interconnected approach doubled their word-of-mouth referrals. Each part reinforced the others.
So measuring success requires both hard data and human stories.
You need both. Build a living brand dashboard. Combine quantitative metrics, conversion rates, LTV, with qualitative feedback, surveys, interviews, observations, to understand the why.
What are the must-track metrics for brand health?
NPS, recommend likelihood, search volume interest, engagement rates, conversion rates, repeat purchase rate, customer lifetime value, LTV, share voice, review ratings, referral rate, cost per acquisition, CAS.
And the focus should always be on relevance. Relevance across segments and touch points.
Because relevance is what drives action, often more than clever marketing.
How do you gather those qualitative insights effectively?
Customer roundtables, focus groups, UX recording tools, feedback surveys, and key moments. The real power comes when you combine the numbers and the stories on one dashboard. And then, crucially, have processes to turn those insights into actual improvements.
Like the SaaS company that saw NPS dipping for new users.
Right. Data showed a problem. Interviews revealed why the onboarding emails felt disconnected from the brand voice they initially loved.
So they refreshed the emails to match the brand voice.
And churn among new users dropped 17% in a quarter. Combining data and direct feedback drove a real improvement.
Measuring internal team sentiment is important too. Employee NPS.
Definitely. eNPS can be a leading indicator. If your team isn't aligned or enthusiastic, the external customer experience will likely suffer eventually.
And brand equity score gives a long-term view.
Yeah, it's holistic awareness, perceived quality, loyalty, positive associations. Tracking it over time shows if your flywheel is truly building market perception and value.
So the brand isn't static, it's a living thing and needing constant nurture, especially as you scale.
Absolutely. You need to embed brand thinking into the culture. Rules, processes, habits that keep everyone aligned.
What are the common pitfalls when scaling?
Oh, several. Shiny object syndrome, chasing trends that don't fit, inconsistent onboarding for new hires, ignoring employee feedback, copycat visuals or tactics that dilute your uniqueness, focusing only on new customers and neglecting loyal ones.
And each of these hurts the flywheel.
Correctly. Chasing trends confuses positioning. Bad onboarding weakens expression. Ignoring feedback creates experience gaps. Copying reduces visibility impact. Neglecting loyalty kills advocacy. Avoiding them requires deliberate effort.
Even small teams can do things like quarterly brand sprints.
Great idea. Review feedback, audit touch points, brainstorm improvements together, keeps everyone connected and contributing.
And clear governance for approvals becomes more important as you grow.
Essential. Who signs off on new designs, messages, prevents off-brand stuff slipping through. Needs clear workflows, not just static guidelines.
And internal rituals help embed the brand culture.
Definitely. Monthly brand wins meetings to share successes. Quarterly brand reflection days for reconnecting with purpose makes the brand a shared asset, not just marketing's job.
And finally, keep experimenting. Allocate budget for trying new things.
Keep the creative spark. Maybe 10–15% of budget for experiments. Test new channels, formats, approaches, but always ensure they advance the core brand story, not confuse it. Push boundaries while staying true.
And then the brand becomes that complete self-sustaining growth system.
That's the goal. A continuously improving engine translating identity into relationships and revenue. The flywheel, measurement, internal culture all working together. Revisit the core annually, optimize the flywheel quarterly, let the brand evolve with the business and the customers.
So wrapping up, the core message really is that difference between selling and just existing comes down to that strategic, consistently applied brand foundation.
That's the heart of it. It's the system underlying everything.
And hopefully this deep dive has given you, the listener, a solid roadmap from defining that core identity right through to building that growth engine.
We really encourage you to reflect on everything we've covered. Think about your own brand. What's the one area where focusing your effort right now could make the biggest immediate difference?
And maybe a final thought to leave you with. Consider not just what your brand says, but what it consistently does. How does that consistent action across every single interaction build that almost inevitable connection with the right audience?
Explore these ideas further. Think about your next step. What will it be to build a brand that truly, genuinely sells?